Hi there guys, it's Chris here with selfmanewbie.com and welcome to this Live Intentionally book review, the program by LifeMathMoney, who you might know from Twitter. Today we're going to take a deep dive into this and see what it's all about and talk a little bit about it and give my opinion and my experience on that. So before we do, drop a like, subscribe and turn on the bell if you want to be updated with new videos. So LifeMathMoney, or AKA'd as Harsh Strongman, is one of the biggest sort of money Twitter mindset kind of gurus on Twitter. He probably has really two flagship programs which have gotten lots of praise, made him hundreds of thousands of dollars, and also more importantly helped a lot of people. So the first one is The Art of Twitter, which I talked about yesterday. I can leave a link to that in the description. You can see all about that. That's how to make money on Twitter using his program, which is probably the best and the most used program out there for people who are getting started on Twitter. Now this program, Live Intentionally, is kind of taking a step, a more fundamental view, and it's probably meant for those people out there who, you've sort of gotten the itch that you want to be free from the matrix, as is the popular analogy these days, but you're kind of like, well, what do I do? Like, you want to be free, you might even be super motivated in order to start putting one foot in front of the other, but you're just not sure where to start. You just can't break bad habits. You might also be a bit out of shape, and you just want to understand how you can build that mindset and those habits that are going to be the catalyst of building up that life that you want. So Live Intentionally is for those people out there who are just getting started, don't know what to do and don't know how to, as the program says, live with some intention. So a little bit on the creator, LifeMathMoney. He's sort of an anonymous or semi-anonymous account on Twitter, extremely popular currently. At the time of the blog that I wrote, which ties into this article as well, around 350,000 followers. He's one of the most well-known figures in that self-development area on Twitter especially. Now this 90-day program, at a glance you might think, oh, it seems a little bit wishy-washy, like what is it? What is mindset? I feel like I've already got the mindset. Now that's what a lot of people think, and it's probably what I thought a little bit. But you got to understand that you are a victim to a lot of cognitive biases going on in your brain, specifically the self-serving bias. And this is something we all have. The self-serving bias basically says, because you are you know more than other people, or you kind of know everything. It kind of ties in with hindsight bias. Like if someone tells you something, a lot of people out there who have kind of a loser mentality or a bit of an arrogance to them, they might say, oh yeah, I already kind of knew that. I already knew that. I've already heard that. When actually at the time of hearing it, before they said that, that is actually the catalyst of what made them realize it. But they're kind of giving themselves credit, okay? It's that self-serving bias in action. So that bias, along with other biases like confirmation bias, over-optimism bias, your commitment consistency bias is a big one, where you, along with your confirmation bias, where you kind of tend to believe things that you already hold true, and you're naturally not inclined to take on board other ideas that contradict your current ideas. And that is something people don't even realize is happening inside their brain. So the key benefits of the Live Intentionally, I've got a list here, is to ditch these bothersome habits and mindset, and the mindset you have that is holding you back. And we all have it. And because of these biases, your ego kind of has to feed on itself and prove itself right. You're unable to see this. And it applies to really everyone. It applies to me, and I know a little bit about my own psychology. But you have to be very aware of them, and you have to be, open to change. The next thing, it's also going to teach you how to lose fat and tone your body, right? Healthy body is healthy mind. That's not just a cliche. If you start eating right and working out, you'll notice that your work improves because your mind, your cognitive abilities are heightened. Every other part of your life improves. You're more attractive, so girls like you. Okay, so this is really one of the focuses of this program, to get your body in order, because that is going to really raise up everything else. It's also going to go into ridding yourself of addictions. Like, all addictions really come from the same place. Like, you need something and you're not getting it in the world. And it's harder to get in the world because we're all kind of disconnected. The government has us all against each other. People are fearful, people are despondent. So this is going to get you away from addictions to whatever it is. Porn addiction is one of the addictions this focuses on, but also The advice you'll learn applies to any addiction, like social media, could apply to alcohol, drugs, whatever. The next step is you're going to pick a personal mission. So it's going to help you to basically choose where you want to go, right? So I know there's a saying like a ship with no direction will land in no port or something like that. So you need a target to hit. You can't just like freelance it. So this is going to teach you how to choose a target that is right for you, a mission that you can work on. And the mission ultimately, especially for men, is what gives your life purpose. But you do need something, you do need that star to aim at. This is also going to help you develop your discipline, self-control, and emotional stability, and also transform your mindset. So ridding yourself of these cognitive errors that you have, these fallacies, and also self-defeating thought patterns that you might also not know that you have. Okay, so again, it's super important that you go into this with an open mind and a willingness to look at yourself honestly, a willingness to admit there are some things that are not right, that you need to change, that you can change, and then you can be open to understanding that you might have these self-defeating thought patterns, and then you can be on the path to fixing it. As they say, the first step to recovering from anything is self-acceptance. The next part is going to help you in the long term. So it's training your focus, your attention span, and also your mental toughness so you can maintain that discipline and continue living with intention on your mission towards whatever goals you have. Now, going into what you can actually expect as far as how the program is laid out. So the first one is taking control of your thought patterns. So you're going to follow this in a linear kind of way. So taking control of your thoughts, like I've just explained, is super important, and you need to be open to the fact that you are not your thoughts. Your brain in many, many ways is working against you, and you have to understand that so you can harness it. The next part is increasing your focus, attention span, and emotional control, using methods like meditation, journaling, self-reflection. This is going to improve all those areas. It's going to help you just to build that mental resilience that is going to go on top of you just understanding who you are, kind of thing. The next part takes a bit of a veering off, but very much connected, as I think I just touched on, to your mindset, which is getting rid of excess fat and getting fit. Okay, that's going to be another big part of this. So this is a step-by-step guide, so it's going to take all the guesswork out of it to help you to feel better. It's a comprehensive program, comes with practical guide to fat loss and bodyweight exercise routine that you can do from the comfort of your own home. So you really have no excuses. You can go to the gym, of course, go to the gym if you want, but this is set up where it doesn't require you to, buy stuff. Okay, this program is going to help you. It's going to be really all you need, and the exercises and everything involved with the fitness element of this book is going to be utilizing things you already have, like your own body. Now, as far as the pricing goes, it's currently $19.99, but if you get it through the link in the description, I'm also going to throw in my Silver Spoon Accelerator program for you absolutely free. So if you are, if you feel like your mindset is already there after going through this program, and now you're thinking, well, how can I use this discipline I've developed to go make some money? My Silver Spoon program is going to help you to do that very quickly, utilizing content and affiliate marketing, utilizing a traffic method, so you don't need to put any extra money into this. That's going to help you get started and actually seeing that first $100, $200, $1,000 in a very systemized way. So I'm going to throw that in as well. If you go through the link and get Live Intentionally, you'll also get a program that's going to just get you started on a fundamentally strong way to start a business online. Now, I just want to add a little bit extra. This program has achieved something fairly amazing. So it's currently up to over 10,000 sales, and on Gumroad it's managed to maintain a 4.9 rating. So that means out of 10,000 copies sold and 340 plus reviews, out of those 340 people that have actually bothered to review, they've all either given it like a 4, a 5, a 4, or if you can vote in between that, a 4.9 out of 5 rating after 340 reviews. That goes beyond being able to control what people write about you. Okay, so that in itself gives a lot of legitimacy to this program. So inside the program, you get the Live Intentionally program, which is a ebook. You get the workbook for monitoring and tracking your progress, which is super important. And you get a narrated audio book as well if you prefer to listen. And for those of you who are Spanish speakers out there, there's both English and Spanish versions included. Now, a lot of people are like, is it a scam? Whenever people release a you know, a program online, there are a certain subset of people who are quick hair trigger to jump to, oh, it must be a scam. You know, I already know everything, even though their life is garbage. Again, self-serving bias. You got to break out of that. It's good to be critical of things, but when the truth is hitting you right in the face, don't be blind to it, is what I'm saying. So, no, it's not a scam. That's the short answer. And there are legitimate testimonials, as you can see here, of people that have benefited massively. Their reviews are in depth. He hasn't hidden away like usernames of people. So you can actually, if you really wanted to, go find these people on Twitter and message them and say, hey, tell me about your experience with Live Intentionally. Was it good? Also, if you click the link and want to check out my blog review on this, we're supplementing, you know, this video review, or they supplement each other. There's actually a case study diary of a guy here where he kind of did this 90-day challenge and documented it as a diary, like every single day, and what happened and what he felt and what breakthroughs he has. And it was really eye-opening. He was able to really open himself up to the idea of changing. He knew that he needed emotional control. He knew that his fitness was down. He knew that, you know, he wasn't performing well. He was able to look at himself and go, look, you're maybe not a piece of shit, but look, you're not doing well. Okay, and that takes a certain kind of person to do. A lot of people I've known, I don't really, you know, associate with those kinds of people, but a lot of people, they are just completely unable to do that. They can't look at themselves and say, oh, okay, like I'm shit at this, my body's crap, I'm lazy, I'm dating some bad chick. They just can't do that. They're just unable to. So that's why I keep reiterating, it's really crucial that you're able to open yourself up. Look at the facts, look around you. Are you living how you want to live? Is your mind where you want it to be? How many times did you slip up this week? How many times did you eat junk food? How many times did you not go to the gym? How many times did you stay up too late? How many times did you give in to your temptations instead of putting in work? How much work did you actually do this week towards your goals? Okay, answer those questions and then you'll realize that you're probably underachieving. Okay, even me, I work so much and I still feel like I'm underachieving. In fact, if you don't always feel like you're underachieving, I don't know. For me, that's just something that I deal with. That's just part of my life. Me trying to optimize. Okay, so being able to look at yourself like this guy has and say, you know, okay, I had problems with this, I had a problem with this. And then after 90 days, being able to say, hey, look, now I've achieved this, I've achieved this, I've achieved this. It's only 90 days away, right? What have you been doing for the last 3 months that you could have been doing? 3 months, 90 days is such a really short period of time. So in conclusion, I would definitely recommend this. Obviously, a big theme of my channel is that I review products that are bad to try and help people to identify scams. But a lot of my viewers hit me up and they're like, what do you actually like? Are there any programs out there that you actually like? Because I'm actually trying to make myself better. And even though your videos on things that are bad are pretty funny and helpful, like, can you take it a step further and tell me programs that have actually helped you? So that's kind of going to be the theme of the next week or so, or even longer, or even permanently, where I'm actually going to go to products that I have in my library that I've bought that actually help me, talk about them, and hopefully give you let you know about them so you can get the value from them that I did. And this, as far as mindset goes, is probably one of, if not my favorite. All right, guys. Now, if you have any questions about it, drop them in the comments. And if you found value, it really helps if you drop a like, subscribe, turn on the bell if you want more updates. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care.